After the great siege of Karak Izor, the Dawi set out from the mountains to approach a new up-and-coming enemy that taints the lands. The undead host of the pirates. Their numbers are vast. Their guns are very mighty. They take out Dawi with one single blast. Dwarves are outnumbered and outgunned, but the hardiness of the dwarves will not falter. The Dawi and Belagar set out onto the battlefield, outgunned and outnumbered, to meet this host and to defeat them once and for all. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the dire world of Total Warhammer 3. In the last episode, you saw the dwarves meet a new enemy on the battlefield. And they finally got a foothold in Karak Izor, which will help them make the great pilgrimage to Karak 8 Peaks. They have discovered a new Skaven faction, but their main enemy and main concern is the undead pirate coast. We're trying to save our human brothers, but I think we'll be too late. Our little legs do not move as fast. But Bellegarde heads back to his keep to lick his wounds and mass his units, to meet this new enemy, and to hopefully vanquish it before it's too late. As Belagar marches from his keep, he sees in the background ruins of human kingdoms, and is met by a horrible sight. Pirates of Saratosa. Arnessa Salt Sprite, the leader of the pirates, Count Coast. The dwarves are outnumbered and outgunned, but they will meet them nonetheless in the battlefield. I will see you there. Once Belagar's forces were in formation, the undead host did not waste any time making the frontal charge on the Dawi brethren. I have them somewhat in a defensive formation, so we cannot get flanked. Using most of my miners to take the brunt of this attack. Nice little barrage of TNT there. And as I would have thought, the miners totally get engulfed by their units, but it does slow down their push, so I have enough time to react and move up more of my elite units. Getting berated by some bats here. Well, and here comes the crab riders. It's really giving orders right now, just pushing my units up, picking my targets. Yep. We already have a unit of miners that are wavering right now, and these bats are holding our archers from shooting in the front line. They're definitely outnumbered. Let me use some dwarven magic here. Boom! Oh, and they're using magic on us too. The lines are finally opened up here. They're really looking like it could go both ways. I mean, our front line is kind of crippling right now. We are pushing them over to the right a little bit. Got a couple of generals fighting in the background here. Gotta really try to stop them from shooting. Our left flank, or left side, is not doing too bad. They're kind of holding their own, but really in the middle, the right is where it's bad. There's some combat. Yeah, I don't know where my archers were going. But the Dawi are a very defensive faction, so you really gotta wait for your enemies to get to you. Look at all the undead already littered all over the battlefield. Very nice. Some dwarven oath magic in the background there. Salt Sprite still fighting one-on-one with the general. That one's completely surrounded. Look at this. This is beautiful, guys. Beautiful combat. Now we're starting to do some flanking maneuvers here, getting my generals in the back of their line. I think we punched through the middle there finally. Crabs being held on the right here. If we can destroy them, then we can push that up and patch up the right side there. Dwarves finally defeated their enemies here. I'm going to try to do a hammer and anvil sort of maneuver here. Actually, no. I'm just going to try to take out their ammunition so they can't shoot at us anymore. Really, the dwarves are starting to take the lines now. There's the last pocket of them here. Well, there you go, guys. A victory for Belagar, Iron Hammer, and his brethren. Really thought we were going to lose that one, but Salt Sprite definitely got her butt kicked as she runs away from the dwarves chasing her into the forest. Belagar's first victory from Salt Sprite, or I can never pronounce her last name right. Yeah, first victory. Dwarves are going to feast and cheer to their first victory against the undead. Belagar is feeling pretty confident in the future battles to come against this undead. A new adventure has arrived, but I do not want to do it yet. We are injured right now, and we need to lick our wounds. Yeah, it's over by Carricate Peaks. We'll be there soon. Just kind of getting the lay of the land here. Gotta go lick my wounds for a little bit. And then we'll do some recruitment here and see what I want. Oh yeah, I gotta definitely get the catapult. It's gonna come in handy later. That way it could give us some auxiliary. And soften up some units before they even reach our line. Just doing some upgrades here, as we should. Alrighty. I'm just gonna rest my units here and get ready for the next confrontation. After Belagar's long rest, he approaches a destroyed human keep, but notices atop of the tower the black flag of the pirates is a mast. Now, funds are really low, so I would have to do some rearranging. But Belagar marches on one of the capitals that the undead have taken in hopes to lessen the corruption on the land. As Belagar's forces switch in and out, they start constructing siege towers to hopefully take the walls, and eventually will take the capital. We will see you on the battlefield. As the dwarves group up on the open battlefield, they notice a black fog coming from the fortress ahead of them. Belagar knows he's outnumbered and outgunned. So the Dawi sets up at a choke point up on the cliffs, hoping to defend their numbers and outlast the undead forces that come to them. Just going to set up really a defensive perimeter here. I like this point. It's a good point for my catapults to shoot long distance, so we could really weaken their army before they even get to us. Plus, the undead are slow, so my crossbowmen can really lighten up some numbers even before they get to the hill. Feel free to fast forward if you guys want to see the action. Yeah, this one, you do not want to miss this battle. This one was a good one. Alrighty. So I'm noticing that there's a good choke point right here. So I'm just going to move my forces up to the point where they cannot push up this hill. Looks like a good idea. That way I can put more units to the front line. I could get rid of this rear guard. And I just have these miners on the flank just in case if they try to push cavalry around us. It is a 1v1 right now for army-wise. Coldspray definitely amassed another army real quick. That's the thing about the undead. Numbers never stop. More formation movement. Again, if you guys want to fast forward, you can. Otherwise, I will just keep going. This was a great battle. Do not want my crossbowmen too close to the point where they might get shot down by mortars. I'm going to see some auxiliary combat here in a second. This is really nice stuff. The Dawi set up. Start firing on the enemy. And the first shots are sent. Boom, boom, boom. The black fog has settled, but in the great distance, more and more enemies are approaching the Dawi, and eventually victory will look like it's impossible for these brethren. I don't even know what my catapults are doing right now. I think the target that they selected was out of range, so they were just trying to get into range. I'm not too sure. This flank is definitely set up now, so they can't push us there. Might as well have Bellegarde in the front line. The Dawi wait patiently for the undead to arrive, but it will be a standstill for many hours. I will skip to ahead when the forces have finally meet. After hours later of bombardment, Salt Sprite sets forward by herself to take on all the Dwarven generals. They march forward and the battle commences. There's some bombardment from the undead there. They're starting to slowly push their forces forward here. As some units are just wasted. Salt Sprite just outnumbered in this fight. It's a 4v1. Looks like more units of the undead are pushing up here. Already injured in the battle. And now she is running. Yeah, like I said, the Dawi are greatly outnumbered right now. Look at that massive army. I'm just getting berated by these mortars. Just doing some thinking here. Wondering what my next move will be, because I have to be careful. One wrong move, this battle will be over. Boom! More mortars coming in. Just hitting my generals right now. I'm just trying to use my catapults to take out their mortars. Catapults aren't the greatest in accuracy, but they still do the trick. As more mortars in the background start to fall upon the Dawi. Ooh, that was a good hit. Alright. It's about time I start charging my brethren in. Might as well get this combat done and over with. Alright, so I set out some of my generals to charge forward as it rains hellfire above them. But that will not stop the ancestors. Oh! And then he turns face and runs the other way. I think I was just trying to make them use up their ammunition. Pull up these guys here. Yep, there we go. Dawi generals and the undead meet finally. Just moving some units around here. I want to get set for the rest of the battle. Combat is really opening up. We have some bats here finally pushing up on our men, but they are slowly just getting shot down by the crossbows. Crossbowmen just use them as target practice. Again, their main army is just sitting back as the first army kind of pushes forward, trying to weaken my front line. And I will start pushing the Dawi forward. As more and more units start to parade us. Don't want to be sitting targets. Alright, I finally have men up here on this flank. And I'll charge them down the hill here. And these undead are just getting wasted right now. Boom! I love that spell. Yep, and then a counter spell on my general. Oh, Belagar is cut out in the open. He is outnumbered and being shot down currently. We have to save him before he is slain. More and more undead start to push up. Dawi pushing up as well. Ammunition just getting spent by both sides. My catapult, I notice, is out of ammunition now. Here come the crabs. They're charging forward here. Trying to break my right flank, but we do meet them with TNT. This open battle here. All sorts of lines being opened up. And Dawi hammers just charge into some of the pirate gunners here. Huge blob of units just fighting in this area right now. Definitely gotta charge forward before those gunners take out our units. Charge forward! I have crossbowmen sitting in the back that I totally forgot about. And they are out of their ammo. Look at that. I can go join the fray. The hammerers clearing and doing business on the right side here. Some spells going out here to buff up the troops. As the tide is starting to turn in favor of the Dawi. More and more undead units are just being decimated. And the Dawi continue their push forward. Some undead spells going on here. Finally reached the other general. Don't know where Salt Sprite is at. Our crossbowmen have finally reached up to the fray here. More undead meeting them. Grenadiers, huh? All sorts of battles going on across this battlefield. Lots of bloodshed. Oh, and some grenades coming down on the Dawi. Really causing some damage. And mortars. Jeez. It's really taken out. That's a good shot on the undead part, because I had some blob troops there. Mistake on my part. Again, the door is just being berated by ammunition from the undead. And continue forward, hoping to take out some of the gunners. The Dawi's troops, though, are thinning out. They are thinning out for sure. Oh, and one of the undead generals go down. More grenades from the undead coming in. Also taking out their own troops. That was a huge mistake on their part. And again! Some fighting on the hilltop there. I don't know what these undead are doing, but they just keep taking out their guys with their own grenades. My lord. Dawi keep pushing forward. Undead keep losing battles left and right. Now we have some Dawi units starting to rout. Starting to run away from the battle. Some more combat here. The Dawi have to hold that left flank. If those enemies push down the middle there, their army is pretty much scattered. Miners doing quick work over there. Some more grenades coming in. Just shredding apart the Dawi. Look at all that blood. Oh no, the Dawi are starting to lose the hilltop battle. Lots of units are starting to rout now. Bellegarde totally getting shredded up by those grenades, and mortars are still falling down. However, I feel like it is in the favor of the Dawi as they push up and decimate the rest of the undead host. And there you have it, guys. A fair victory, but it's victory nonetheless. I hope you guys enjoyed that combat as much as I did. That battle was fun to watch and fun to play. As Bellegarde destroys the remaining of Salt Sprite's armies, he decides what to do next with the capital that is in front of him. Does he occupy it? Sack it. or raise it. Well, the dwarves do not do very good on the coast, so they will take what they can and muster for the next battles to come. But that will be all for this episode, guys. Thanks for watching. This was a little bit of a lengthier one. We had 2 battles instead of just 1. Thought I would bless you guys with that. But yeah, as always, my friends, thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch my videos and leave a like and a subscribe. And as always, my friends, stay shiny. I will see you in the next one.